Ready to roll.
We got
When's
it.
Next game.
Hey, listen, that was incredible. I think one of the more entertaining things and more inspirational things I've seen, that was real volleyball.
That's the goal, man. That's the goal. I've been playing this sport for about 34 years, and it's been a big vision of mine and also John's to incorporate this adaptive group in with the quote-unquote able-bodied group. But I think there were a couple more able-bodied people out there than not, huh, John?
It looked like it.
Yeah. So this is a realization of a lifelong dream, and we're going to continue to grow the movement.
Yeah. Hey, Randy?
Well, if those people were enabled out there, they surely didn't seem like they had any kind of advantage. Congratulations to you guys, really showing something and showing not only us but the world of really how you guys should be included into this beautiful sport. I know there's a lot of great things that are happening for you guys, and we're supporting it in each and every way. But tell us about some of the things that you guys have in store for upcoming events.
Oh man, if only our budget was as big as our mind. We'll get there. So John and I have this vision where we're going to reach clubs around the country, beach clubs, finding those kids, finding those adults who need an outlet to, whether it's get off the couch or to be a Division I player. We want to find them, right? And so we have a couple of camps coming up. Challenged Athletes Foundation is gracious enough to sponsor a camp for us. And between that and working with the Wounded Marines and John working with the adaptive community in San Diego every Saturday, the goal is to continue to grow this. You know, Randy, I think the big thing that we want to do is to not make this just a one and done type of thing, right? Our goal is to continue to grow the movement, but not just to grow the movement for the movement's sake, but to better people's lives and really get people focused on life itself, right? Growing up as a kid, missing an arm in the 70s and 80s was a different world. And I'm just really, really grateful to be able to give back to this group here.
You know, being up here in Aspen, seeing all the adaptive skiing that goes on in the winter and realizing that that's a working model. You know, Randy, you and I were talking about it this morning at breakfast. Why can't we train for a couple months in Brazil and then do the circuit again a little bit sharper and a little bit more ready? You know, with you lighting our way, I think we're going to do some pretty good things. And with my 3-time Paralympian here, and I've done a couple things. Amazing. We're going to amazing places.
Well, that's where we talk about sponsorship and ability to go and bring in money to raise the awareness of what we're trying to do. So anybody that's really seeing this and understanding, that's really kind of what it's all about for us until we really get the ball going. And the ball will get going for these gentlemen.
The ball was going that entire exhibition. And it's like one of those things where let's talk about the elephant in a prosthetic leg, this and that. I didn't really see any of that. I started criticizing you guys like regular volleyball players. I'm like, there's a J-hook shank. And he's like, look, he did it with his good arm. That's the blasphemy. So
Exactly.
when you've gotten to a point where I start criticizing you guys like regular volleyball players, in that respect, I would say you have arrived. And that's not actually a question on my part. My question is this: how do you take this and keep all of this momentum going beyond finances?
Well, beyond finances, really, it's a commitment from the athletes that we have, as well as yeah. Come on in, Abram. Come on in, John. As well as continuing to grow the sport itself. Watch out! There we go. We're hooked up there. But how do we keep the momentum going? Well, we can't have an off season in the wintertime. I think that's been a big boon for us in the past, is we've had an off season in the wintertime. And winter's just around the corner. So finding guys, of course, John lives in Houston where winter's only like 90 and 90. But guys like Abram and me who live either in the Midwest or in places where it gets a little too cold to play outside, we got to continue to find places to play and travel and play together. The other thing I think is big is geographic location. The three of us love to play together. But if we're going to get good, if we're going to get some momentum, we got to get together and play more than just once a year. And I think that's big, don't you, Abram?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. He's a man of few words, but it's okay.
You know, Dave, if we're going to move this thing forward, as much as I know you're going to go another 50 years, we need the people watching to be our eyes. We need them to find, we need a couple more Abrams, a couple more. We may move you to a slightly different role, although you were bringing it out there.
50 is the new 20, man. Come on.
Absolutely.
I couldn't.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was like, show me some
There's
ID,
just a kid
man.
out there who can probably compete at the highest level in missing a limb or whatever it is, and can compete at the highest level anyways. And we just got to find him.
So,
nobody knows about this stuff. I just randomly found this by chance. There's somebody out there who's better than me who can, or will be, and can really push it really far.
I will say this, guys. As far as opportunity meeting preparation is concerned, I'm an East Coast guy. Bill Parcells says you are what your record says you are, right?
By the way, I love
so,
the Yankees.
so it's thank you so much, man. So sometimes it's a part about getting eyes on you, getting noticed, and this and that. But when you get noticed, you say to yourself, now that we got eyes on us, we better go out there and ball. We better go out there and perform. And you know what? You guys were the mailman deliveries more than Utah could ever provide for Karl Malone. Because I like guys that have eyes on them, that deserve the recognition, but I like guys that go out there and ball even more. Performing, the bottom line. You are what your record says you are. That's a New York hater, but you guys are the mailman deliverers. Great job today, guys.
Appreciate it.
thank you,
Cool.
Jason.
We got to get going. But I wanted to say, is there anything else you'd like to tell the audience before we get out of here? Yeah, 30 seconds.
So icnathletics.com. Reach out to us. Reach out to John, and I will find you, and we'll be working together. Absolutely looking forward to it.
Even if you're not interested in beach volleyball, we will put you with an adaptive community. Let us know. You want to check out what we're doing, strength and conditioning, you name it. We're here to move this thing forward. An idea whose time has come cannot be stopped. Thank you.
And let me tell you
It's an
something, guys.
incredible program, and we're honored to have them here playing at the Motherlode.
Yes, and as good as that has been, believe it or not, we still have more great action coming. We got the finals for the women, so for now, we got to set up for the finals. Randy Stoklos, ICN, Jason Dibelius, we're out.
Let's go.
Appreciate it, guys.